All right, Q. Welcome to YouTube Conversations. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. A little bit late, but happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you too.
Are you expecting anything different than last year?
Um, Honestly, I'm happy with my life where it was last year. I'm not ungrateful. Like, of course, expect more into my life for this upcoming year.
Are you looking to get even more turned up because you posted some stuff where you're like enjoying your life to the fullest, right? Are you a little bit more turned up, turned down, or
Listen, I live my life. I mean, I like to have fun. I do solo trips. I don't mind it. So you gotta live the life you have, right? Because life can be short. So, I mean, my turn up is just going on solo trips or carnival. So I just like to take it a day at a time. You never know. I might just go to Mexico next week because I'm bored. So I don't try to plan that far into the future because I might not be here tomorrow. So if a little turn up happens overseas or out the country, I'm here for it.
I hear you. So, just real quick, right? Because traveling can be, especially if you're traveling, a lot of people do want to travel alone.
Mhm.
But as a female, what kind of advice do you give for females that's traveling alone?
Honestly, so when it comes to trips, I'm very organized. I'm planned out. I know what I'm doing every single day. Um, so I would definitely be precautious wherever you're going. Me, I know where I'm going, knowing the atmosphere. I don't travel with like a lot of jewelry or designer stuff that I have. I kind of try to seep in as a local because being from the islands, we can spot the people that are tourists or that can be easily manipulated in some sorts like that. When I do travel by myself, I do go to all-inclusive resorts. So I do have a driver that picks me up and then drops me to the resort because the resort's usually safe on wherever I'm going. So I've done excursions and stuff, but the excursion places I'll go, I've been to that country multiple times, so I know what excursions are safe to be by myself. And I'm not the only solo traveler. Like I see a lot of women that go to trips by themselves, or I'll meet up with them or stuff like that. So I definitely say just make sure wherever you're going, it's mapped out, emergencies and everything like that. And never say you're traveling alone when you're traveling alone if you're there and you meet somebody, even if it's two women, because women can kidnap women too. So I just don't tell people. I say, yeah, my husband's in the room and XYZ. So I kind of lie when I meet strangers out there.
Yeah, a lot of the kidnappings is done by luring, right? They're not gonna hop out of the
Hmm.
van and grab you up. No, they're gonna lure you. Usually, it's like an older lady trying to befriend you and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Which is kind of creepy.
Hmm.
Yeah, but just because I know everyone we're getting back in the motion of traveling and so forth, so want people to be safe and so forth. And
Hmm.
so you're starting to become heavy on the social media platform, right? Your presence, right?
I guess so. I mean, as I was saying earlier, I'm new to the whole YouTube atmosphere. I've only really been on Clubhouse. I actually didn't even know people streamed on YouTube like that. Like, I used to watch YouTube for cooking tutorials, for makeup tutorials, and how to like fix or build stuff. But I never really knew people were streaming live till JR presented it to me. I want to say a month ago, month and a half ago.
Have you learned that the YouTube streets is kind of like gangs? It's not
It
safe.
is. I mean, not safe. Yo, the YouTube universe have their own lingos like red pill, blue pill, the whole masculine feminine war. The actually I never really even watched Kevin Samuel, so that whole the manosphere. I'm like, what? And anytime they bring up a terminology, I'm like, wait, explain what that is? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just its own little sector.
Now, let me ask you, right? The men that are physically attractive have their stuff together, right? Do you find them online? Like doing streams? I mean, do you find them even calling up to go on shows?
I, Honest, I probably came across this is so bad. I probably only came across probably like two people I was physically attracted to. But once they spoke, I'm like, Never mind. Once they open their mouth, I'm like, no, no. See, that's why you can't judge people just on looks, cause yeah, once they open their mouth, I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Speaking of opening mouth, how do you feel about everyone is getting veneers? Not everyone, but a lot of people like shaving their teeth down and to get veneers. A lot of I'm thinking that everyone has white teeth, right?
It's funny. People ask me if my teeth are real. My teeth are real, y'all. But to each its own. Everybody can kind of do what they want. I mean, if people want to shave off their teeth and get straight teeth, do that. I say the same thing with the girls that got the BBLs. I mean, you can't knock these girls that have BBLs and you got fake teeth in your mouth. I mean, so I just
Yeah.
I don't like to shame or knock people. If they want to do that, they want to do that. It's all power to them, people.
Well, as far as I think it's a shame that the younger generation are getting the veneers, right? The younger
Like how young?
generation, 19, 20 years old. Like y'all don't
Whew.
brush? No one's brushing anymore?
You know, See, growing up, we always used to go to the dentist twice a year. So they might not be accustomed to that, like that whole thing of going to the dentist or
Just
brushing your
brush it.
teeth or flossing or I don't know. I'm very a hygienic type of person, so that has to be on point because if you're not brushing your teeth, that means your breath stink. Something's going on. I can't. I gotta give you 6 feet to talk to you. That is, and I would tell you, hey, you want some gum?
Yeah,
Like
after your
I'm
baby
very
teeth come out, that's it. I think when I was
exactly,
like a few years ago, I realized, oh, wait, this is it, right? So this comes out, I'm done.
exactly. But my parents kind of taught us from young, yo, brush your teeth before you go to bed. Even with my nieces now, they're getting taught that. So I'm like, y'all didn't learn that growing up. Your parents didn't tell you to brush your teeth, like
Mm.
before you go to bed or when you wake up.
Yeah.
So,
Also, did you know that BBLs, Brazilian butt lift, is one of the most currently right now the surgeries where the most people are dying during surgery.
really,
Hmm.
I wouldn't even think
So
that.
if you was shaped like a refrigerator, right, prior to
Not
you,
SpongeBob.
and then you have a child, your child's gonna be the refrigerator. Your child's not gonna be, the bottom. Your child's gonna be the refrigerator. You know.
So are you saying should women um tell men what they look like prior to getting these procedures so men can
Listen,
know what their children could look like?
listen. We need, yeah, because if I'm gonna have a child, I want to know how my child's gonna come out looking, right? That's what most men, especially when
Honestly,
they get older, most men are thinking like, okay, do I want my daughter to look like this thing right here? ET or whatever. No, 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 no. We ain't doing that.
I honestly see your point because sometimes I'm like, let me see a picture of your daddy. Let me see what you gonna look like. Let me see what you gonna look like in about 20, 30 years. Let me see if your hair is gonna be there, if you looking cute with the bald hat. Like I definitely do that. So I get it. I fully
Like
get it
some
because
men look
it's
really nice with the beard, right?
ooh,
But
and
then
then
when
when they
they
take off
shave
the
it, you're
beard,
like,
I'll be like,
what happened?
nope. Come back and talk to me in 2 months when you grow that beard back.
Well, that's why us men, we're not playing around with y'all. We're getting the
I
fake beard, right? We're getting the fake hair, the weave.
the
If we
fake
if our
hair.
hair, yeah, we do it too. That's
I'm not gonna lie. I saw a video of a man getting a fake hair, and I'm like, he looked like a two, and then he went to fine, bam, after that hair, that lineup. I was like, what? I was like, now I
Yep.
get it. Now I get what men say with girls that wear makeup and weave and they don't look the same. I fully get it now.
So at first I was against it. But I was like, you know what, King? That's what y'all be saying, right? You know what, King, Queen, right? You know what, King? Get that beard. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Tell us yours. And
And then
after
when
the,
you kiss her, if it slips off, tell her to pat it back on with her
oh
eyelashes
no, that's why
moving.
you just go like this, right?
I'm dead. So now that has to be a question. Is your hair real? Is your beard real? Like now that has to be a question, ladies, on your list to ask men.
Listen, you can even now they're trying to establish where you can remove the sex off the birth certificate, the gender. Like, I gotta go back to your high school pictures and it's crazy. Yeah, man, it's
N-
crazy.
No, but parents are letting their kids I don't know if this is the right terminology, don't kill me, y'all, transform transform in high school and in middle school, which to me is crazy. Like it's so crazy. Like these kids are not adults. Like,
You ever
I
seen
don't.
that? You seen Pokemon before? I mean, you watch a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. When it says
Mhm.
who's that Pokemon, you don't know what it is, right?
Mhm.
Until they come out the
Mhm.
shadow.
Until
Same
they
thing.
transform.
Transformers. Yep. They
Yep.
transform.
So is that going to be a question on y'all's list, men's list now? Were you born a woman?
Let me tell you something. I'm in a
Ah,
relationship, and if it doesn't work out, I think I'll pay her to stay with me. I cannot be on this dating market. I can't go back.
this
No, I'm
dating
not going
market
back.
is so ghetto. It's so ghetto. Like, especially being on YouTube. Like, maybe because I'm in my own little bubble, but being on YouTube, it opens my eyes up to the ghetto-ness of what's out there. And I'm sorry for people that are out there. Sorry.
Imagine you going on a date in 2022. You're probably gonna be a TikTok date or something like that. I don't know. I just can't do it. I'm gonna pay her. She's gonna be with me, And I think what I'm gonna do is that the day she breaks up with me, because it's gonna be, I'm kind of like all over the place. She's gonna break up with me soon. She does like at least 5 times a month. But when she's really serious,
Toxic.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna propose to her.
You're
I'm
gonna be
gonna
stuck with
propose to
me
her.
forever.
That's
Forever.
right. So that will make her happy, and I guess when she breaks up with me again, I gotta do something else. We'll figure. You'll help me figure it out, right?
Figure it out. Yeah. Be like, girl, do you want to go out there? Do you see the men that's out there? Do you really want to take your chance? Like, tell her that. She'd be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So listen, right? So you're on there. You be trolling a little bit on the Facebook group. You be trolling, like, damn,
I do. I
thank
definitely
God.
troll.
Imagine, so when the Facebook metaverse come out, you're gonna be dangerous. You're gonna be like slapping people virtually and stuff like that.
Can you explain what the metaverse is? I
The
someone tried
metaverse,
to explain this to me, but I really wasn't connecting.
as far as I understand, the metaverse is basically virtual reality, right? You're gonna be able to walk around and see people.
And then pom
Um,
pom.
yeah,
Okay,
man.
I like that.
You
Yeah.
know, what's actually coming out is that now they may allow debt collectors to be in the metaverse, the virtual reality. So debt
What?
collectors will come to you.
Your student loan payment is behind 69 days. What? That's funny. That is not the snort.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's yeah, man. But let me tell you something. You ain't gonna catch me. The
Good thing
metaverse,
I don't got no debt.
you ain't gonna catch me. Nope,
I'll be
nope.
in there. It'll be funny to troll people. I think it'll be funny.
People gonna get scammed. People gonna get scammed.
I mean, I see that people get scammed right now, so it's definitely gonna happen. Like, I think I'm gonna put myself as a fine man in the metaverse and see how women take me and try the life of being a man. I just want to try it out and see what men go through. I want to see.
The crazy thing, you want to try to pretend to be a man going on a date. That's gonna be
Mhm.
crazy.
It would be
It
crazy.
definitely
Like,
would
I'm
be
like,
crazy.
I know exactly what to say to women because I'm a woman. Like, so I would know exactly how to finesse them.
I don't think you would.
Oh,
I,
I definitely would.
Man,
Look,
these
listen,
y'all, these women now, they're crazy, man. They
I mean, you're
unrealistic
definitely right.
expectations, right?
You're right, but I think everybody has craziness in them. Like, even men, there's levels to craziness. I tell this to everybody. Everybody has crazy in them. It's just levels to it. Like, are you the girl that will cut tires and cut up clothes? Are you the girl that stalks your man on IG? Or are you the girl that will pull up on your man? There's levels to it. So you just gotta find out what level suits you and you're comfortable with.
Listen, for the men that go through that, it's crazy. The first time a woman cuts your tires, something like that. I mean, I'm from Brooklyn. I don't know that stuff happens. I guess it does, whatever. That's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much for me.
I've never done that, FYI, y'all. I have
Yeah,
never cut tires.
you knew a lot about it in details. Sounds like you're quite experienced.
No. I'm not experienced. Don't listen. This is the only thing I've done crazy, like high expectations, right? This ex I was dating, this ex taught me so many lessons. He was the F boy of my life. So I hacked his iCloud. He went out of state to work. I hacked his iCloud and he was in love with his phone, right? He had pictures. I hacked his iCloud, deleted everything off his iCloud, deleted everything off his backup computer, you know, and he was like, how did you do this? I was like, it wasn't me. You're in Atlanta. I'm in Texas. How could I possibly do this? That's the only crazy thing. But I believe like I can't cut I don't want to go to jail. So I'm not about to do something where I could jeopardize my life. So I'm definitely not gonna do that. Have I stalked the man's IG? Of course I have. I think all ladies have, but that's the furthest I'll take it though.
Sounds like you did a little bit more than that, but we don't want to self-incriminate ourselves, right?
I mean, I just self-incriminate myself. My ex to this day has no proof it was me.
Yeah, and I don't like when I see men do that. It's like, damn. I don't like when I hear about men that's going around doing that. Listen, man,
Karma,
you got one chance, Would That's it. One chance. That's it. You mess up one time. You
See,
know.
back then I was dumb and naive. I believed in changing a man and forgiving a man. He's gonna change for me. Rah rah rah. No, I learned that relationships help you grow and learn about yourself and the type of person you should deal with. So, I'm glad for that 2 year toxic ass relationship that taught me so many lessons.
Shout out to him, right?
Yeah, shout out
For
to that
making
F
you a better
boy,
person.
Davis Luther.
Shout out to you, F boy, for making her a good person.
Exactly.
So let's take a step back. Okay, you married or single?
And wait, what do they call it? Single till marriage?
Well, if you're
Yeah.
single to marriage, that means you're not having sex till marriage.
Well, I'm not having sex anyway, so
Till marriage?
single till engaged.
Single to engage. Okay. So let me ask you, around how old are you? You in your
I'm
20s?
31. I'm
Huh?
31.
21?
31.
Oh, 31. You
31.
look like you're in your 20s. Okay. So have you been proposed to before? Okay. So if you just go around, you go to beauty salons and stuff like that?
Yeah, I go to beauty salon like twice a year.
Oh, twice a year. Okay. But if you know people, speak to women, what's happening now is that a lot of black females are not being proposed to.
I
Right?
mean, I kind of cut it off before it gets to that point because I know what I want in a man, and I've been through stuff in my life, like, I'm a loner, so at times I went through a phase of, "Hey, I don't wanna talk to people." Like, after relationships, I go through deep depression, like, I separate myself from friends, I segregate myself from people, I can go a year, 2 year without going on a date or being near a man, and I'm comfortably fine. So I hate when people are like, "Oh, she's not married, something's wrong with her." Yes, it definitely was me, I pushed men away. I used to push men away at times, and I go through my little modes. But if women are getting proposed to, I feel like I think someone said it, sometimes women are doing wifely duties before being the wife. So that can make kind of the relationship kind of complacent, what I've seen in certain aspects out there. But regarding my friends, we're business focused, which kind of hinders us in past relationships. So I'm me, like, okay, I'm gonna focus on business, and I've been doing that for the past like 4 years. So that has definitely hindered me in the aspect of dating and whatever.
Why can't you do both? Because other culture, other nationalities, they're able to. There's female doctors and they have kids and they have a husband. Why can't you do both?
I think for me, like as I said, when I go through like depression, I just want to focus on just that, especially after relationships. You know what? Clear my mind. I need to self heal. I need to self love myself before I can give myself to another man or given the option of that. Because there has been times where after that F boy relationship, right? A year later, I started dating someone else and I totally effed up that relationship and he was a great man. No, I didn't cheat on him. I just didn't heal myself in a certain way. Like I brought trauma, I brought insecurities into that relationship and that really hurt a good man. So I told myself I would never do that, but I found out that in myself I can't just divest myself into work all the time and negate everything that's going around me because one day I'm gonna turn around, be 40 and be single. So
You
I've
be
learned.
Yeah, you'll be 40 years old calling Kevin Samuels, right?
Nah, I ain't calling him. I
Say,
saw the little
hey,
snippets. I'm like, them girls know what they're I saw snippets and I'm like, them girls know what they want attention. They know what the hell they're doing. But
so let me ask you one of the most important questions you'll probably be asked in your lifetime. Okay.
mhm,
This is probably up there with believing in Jesus Christ, right?
mhm.
Should women wear bonnets outside?
No, that's so wretched. One, I don't even wear a bonnet. I don't wear a bonnet. Ladies, you don't need a bonnet. Get you a silk pad, a silk pillowcase. Put a scarf on. Like wearing it outside, that's just so wretched. They brought that up in the show, and I'm like, I don't really see that a lot. But then
Oh,
I'm like, okay,
God.
maybe I should open my eyes because I just be so focused if I'm going somewhere that I just be tuning out places. But It's so wretched. Like,
It's when bringing kids to
put
the
your hair in a bun.
school.
Put
It's
your hair
like
in a
when you
bun.
bring your kids to the school, they're dressing like that going to school. Um,
Oh no, I've definitely seen parents going to schools and wear pajamas, and I'm like, and a man walking his kid into school and their reek of weed. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I know
yeah,
you smell that. Like, come on.
yeah. And the kid has to be, secondhand. That's secondhand smoke. And speaking of that, that's so early in the morning. I know there's some guys and probably some females too. They roll up a blunt before brushing their teeth, and
That's
that's why they need the
ridiculous.
veneers, right?
That's ridiculous. And then people want to pass their blunt. You don't know where that person's mouth has been.
Yeah,
They
it's been
haven't
on
brushed their
Shaniqua or Shaquana, right?
they haven't even brushed their teeth and they put their mouth in the blunt and then sexually where his mouth has been or her. So
So what do you what do you think? I know you've heard of what do you bring to the table, right? What do you think a man should bring a woman to the table, dating wise? They're not in a marriage yet, but dating, courting, right? Courting is to marriage. What do you expect for a man to bring to the table?
honestly, that's a question I hate to be asked regarding women. But for a man, consistency. Like I feel like women want to see a man that's consistent, a man that his words align with his actions. Honesty, truthfulness, security. For me, I don't know about other women. For me, that's what I look for. If your words are not aligning with your actions, like it's a no-no for me. Like, come on, make it make sense. What else? For women, of course, women are gonna say money, like making sure he's a provider, doing the little date type of things. But those first cores hit hard for me. Like an intellect. Like I like to have conversations. Like I can I can have a conversation about anything. So I like someone that, personality is a big key factor for me. Like bring to the table some personality because I'm goofy and we can roast each other. Like I like the little back and forth roasting session. So definitely personality is a key thing for me.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
And of course, the standard, I think also too. I think a lot of women don't know, and this is where the whole thing with the pay scale comes in. Where I know a lot of women believe men make more money than women, but I think what it is that a lot of women don't understand different job sectors that how much they pay. Because if they didn't know that, they will be going after the guy that does lawn mowing, right? Or they go after the guy that does, plumbing. And there's some plumbers. There's quite a bit. They make 200,000 a year, 150,000 dollars a year. There's
So
a
I'm
lot
in
of
the
people that make money.
Yeah, I'm in the financial services, so I kind of know the realm of the money business. And the thing is, like women, like you care so much about what a man makes, but guess what? He can making six figures, but six figures in debt. Like he can be making that,
Yeah,
but be flashing this, but renting a car and be living in his mama's house. So
spending
you
most of their
gotta
money on drugs, right?
exactly. So it's not when ladies want a man that makes six figures, girl, you got to make sure this man has, child support or in debt, like what's it called? Student loans, credit card debt, because that's six figures plus after taxes. So you got to take into consideration if he's in Cali making six figures, 100,000, that's about, I want to say 66 or 70 something thousand after taxes.
It's taxes. Yep.
So you add on a kid, I don't even know what kids are if he has child support, and then you add on debt, car payments, student loans, stuff like that. That's
Hella
gonna
money.
dwindle down to about 40, 50,000. So I think women should be mindful of if you're wanting a man just on money, like you might just get that and then get the negative in return.
What do you feel about black? Let's talk about black women on social media, right? You see a lot of inappropriate behaviors, right? I understand sometimes you want to be sexy or whatever, right? That's cool. But because we just spoke on, black women are not being proposed to, right?
Hmm.
Part of the reason why black women are not being proposed to, uh, you know, because men are tired, so men are kind of stepping away from the marriage because we feel like not we, but most men feel like, what do I get if I marry? There's more benefit to you than to me to get married.
Hmm.
If women are saying things like, we're gonna cook 50-50, the fuck. I gotta make the money, come home, do this and that. Why are we even discussing that? So, what do you think about the black woman image on social media? Do you think black women social media image? is positive or negative based off of their own actions? Don't blame the white man.
I don't honestly, this is a hard question. I only really follow 30 people on 300 people on social media. Like I take out the negativity on social media. Social media can definitely affect your mentality, but what I've heard on the YouTube streams and whatever, they said that wives should uphold themselves on social media better. They shouldn't be posing in bathing suits. They shouldn't be showing too much skin and
Mm-hmm.
makeup and all this blah blah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's levels to it because there are people that are wifed up taking pictures with their husband in bikinis and stuff like that. So, I mean, it just there's just like I say this because people want to go. A man brought up my social media and he saw I was in my carnival outfit. I'm like, I don't care. Like, you think that's gonna stop me? Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's part of my culture. That's me celebrating our independence. So I feel like there's levels to it. Now, if you want to, a woman wants to be on their social media and be like, man, F black men, they're not shit. They're all hoes. Like that's a difference. Or if a girl is like totally full on naked, them see-through tops and they just wear just their nipples out, like that's a little different because there are men that would wife that. So I just hate that people like, oh, men wouldn't wife that. There are couples and that are married based on they match that same type of energy, that pook. I don't want to say pookie, that same kind of ghetto love type of energy or ratchet love. So I don't want to say, yeah, that's a hard question.
Well, a lot of the women, the way they present themselves is basically how the women look in the '90s as prostitutes. No, I'm serious. The way women are currently dressing on social media, and this is social media,
Wait,
right?
give me an example. Like, what do you mean? Like, picture wise, what do you mean?
I mean, if I just say Cardi B, Megan
Oh,
the
she's
Stallion,
a stripper. Cardi B is. Listen,
but
the thing about
even
I
the
like
way she
about
dressed
Cardi.
on a regular, like minis, like the way, if you look at social media, just the way women are currently dressing, we know men are messed up, right? We got that, all right? We already know that, right? But like even okay, let's get on the men. Skinny jeans. Skinny jeans. If I see something, man, a man and a woman should not have the same pant size.
Yeah, a man shouldn't be wearing tighter pants than me.
No,
I
I don't
fully
want.
agree.
No, that's. So
But I have a question. Do you think men? No, I'm not trying to take accountability from women. Do you think men has set this temperature for women to be like this because they glorify that. They glorify that's why I don't listen to rap or hip hop. They glorify that in music. They glorified side chicks, they glorify hoes. So it's like you guys say you want this, but then on this end, you guys are glorifying, you guys are subscribing to OnlyFans women, you guys are liking these Instagram models. So I'm just trying to understand. You say you want this, but men are doing this, and that. I understand that you guys are not wifing those type of chicks, but
exactly. Yep.
on this side of a woman's spectrum, how do you think it makes us feel that you guys are giving attention to these type of women, where the women that are honest, are loyal, are respectful, can be that wife, are not getting glorified? The women that are back in the 1990s that used to wear no makeup are not being glorified. Like, so can you understand where women are coming to? Like, they're kind of transforming because they're seeking attention from the men that are seeking attention from those type of women.
Well, I think low self esteem needs to be. You need to go see a counselor, right? Because we can't help you with that. But I do
Mhm.
believe that like for instance, I don't smoke, I don't drink, right? So just with me not doing that, there's a lot of categories I'm not going to fit in. So for me to find like-minded people, I can't be where the masses are, right? So if there's a most people, whatever most people are doing, I can't be involved in that because that's different than what I'm doing. There's a lot of people that take drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of people take drugs, right?
Mhm.
So um so for me to, if I don't want to be around people who take drugs, this is a lot of activities, right? A lot of people I just can't be friends with. I have to move
Yeah.
over to a
A
different
certain
crowd.
way. Mhm.
So for the women that are doing the right thing, which is what, like maybe one in a million. But anyway, so for the
Not
woman,
one in a million. I'm dead.
so for the woman that's doing the right thing and blah blah blah, and she wants to find a man, you have to really ask yourself, what exactly is she doing to find that man? Sometimes you gotta walk up to the guy Maybe if you're in church, you guys
I walk up to men.
you walk up to men or you talk to them
I
and
no, I only like when I'm very direct. I don't like when men ask me out, so I don't mind sliding in a DM or walking up to a man.
but
I've
also you
got
gotta
all my
remember when you
exes that
walk up
way.
to a man, what setting are you in, right? So if you're in a carnival setting,
Oh, no, 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 I don't partake in that in carnival at all. Carnival is just to have fun, like, party, laugh, drink, but I'm talking about, let's say, I used to go to bars
I'm
by
Trinidad. I'm
myself.
West Indian. I'm Trinidad. I know it is.
Okay, so you know.
It's,
Okay, so
it's
carnival,
explicit,
I'm not trying
explicit
to.
Harley dressing. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not trying to do that at carnival, but let's
Yeah.
say, so the guy I'm dating now,
The
so
guy you're
I'll
dating
slide.
now? Wait a minute. Let me scroll up to this question.
Single till
Are you
engaged, single
single
till
or dating?
engaged,
See, y'all be
single till
doing that too.
engaged.
Y'all be doing that too.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
single
guys.
till engaged. You know where I got that from? YouTube. YouTube. Anton was like, women, if you're dating, you're still single. Men, if you're dating, you're still single. You're still single till marriage, right?
Which is
So
true. Yeah. Okay, we got it. Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
No, so my I slid in his DM. We've had conversations and stuff like that. The one prior, um, he was at a bar. We were no, we was he was at a hotel, right? Hotel bar, and I watching basketball. So I sent him a shot. I told the waitress, don't tell him who it's from. And then I went up to him 30 minutes later and we just sat down having a conversation. So I mean, I like going up to men. I like to read how the temperature is. I don't like when men come up and talk to me. It's so annoying.
But one thing you do have to understand, you gotta the cookies gotta be given, right? You gotta give it up. Because guys don't
Okay.
know if we're really us men don't really know if we're into you until the cookies get got.
You think so?
Let me tell you something. Speak to any guy. When after he does what he gotta do, the realization comes in, right? It's like soon as that release, he's back to normal. He's back to being a human being. Yeah,
That's
man.
interesting. Huh.
Yeah, ask any don't ask him, but ask any guy. That we come and be like,
I'm
oh my god, what am I doing here? Yeah,
No,
man.
so
So
the man I'm dating now, like I've asked, we've had this like when we go to the Peep Show, I go back to him and ask questions because I'm like these questions and what they go through is just I don't go through this. So I'll ask him that like, are you willing to wait till engage marriage? And I feel more men are not more men like he's receptive of because he's done it before. So because
yeah,
he was like, sex is just sex, like it's like you want somebody that's compatible, someone that's gonna help you grow. Like he kind of said this. He's like, you kind of remind me of like my mother in a little bit. Like you're catering, you're nurturing, and you help me learn stuff. He's like, that's what I look for. Is like sex, like it could be learned. I mean, of course, when we can have sexual chemistry, but that's not all I'm wanting at the stage of my life, which is very understandable. Like I just we want you want because sex, what if sex wasn't the main focus? Imagine down the line sex gets boring. What are you gonna have holding that relationship together? Are you mentally, emotionally connected with that person? So for me to even take it there with a person, I have to be emotionally and mentally connected with the person to even take it there. If not, I can't, I don't do one night stands. I don't know. I just have to be it's I'm really weird when it comes to that. Like cuz I believe in energy transference. You're giving your body to a person and I don't believe everybody and anybody should have that energy or your body. Like I don't need to go on dates every other day. I can let me just have a conversation over the phone with you first. See if you can hold the conversation. See if we can go back and forth regarding communication for a couple weeks. So I that's how I usually move when it comes to getting to know someone.
let me get a few questions in before Ebony kicks me off. Okay, so
Okay.
um, so you do believe a woman's body count matters?
It does.
Okay,
Men
got
have
it.
told me that. Men have told me that plain. But a man's body count doesn't matter to me. Like, and you know what matters? If you clean and the tests are negative. Like that's all that. And if you had a whole stage, men, like make sure you out of that whole stage. Like, cause I one of my exes had a pretty high whole stage, you know. But yeah,
I do believe it's important for for some men to get that phase out the way. No, but
yes,
seriously, to really understand that that's not important. you
yes,
know there's some guys that just got straight married and then they doing all this cheating and stuff and they don't understand that, and of course they regret it after they realize that damn it's not worth
sex is
it.
sex. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and that's what I said, as soon as the guy release, he turns into a human.
Mm-hmm.
He go back knowing like,
Exactly.
man, was that a woman or a man? Listen, would you rather get would you rather get stranded on Antarctica or a desert?
A desert.
A desert? Okay.
Because
Would
I hate the cold. I get cold so easily. If it's 75 degrees, I get cold. Like, give me the desert. I love the heat because I mean I'm born and raised in the islands, so give me the heat.
so you're from what island you're from? Where you from?
St. Croix. From St. Croix, and
From
my
St.
dad's
Croix.
Trinidadian, so I'm half Trini.
Okay, so why do y'all Trinidadians call us Yankees?
Yankees. So anybody that is born in the States, you are known as a Yankee. It's basically like a stateside. I know that New Yorkers are called Yankees too.
Yeah.
But no, that's just a word to call stateside people, Yankees. But yeah, we call them that. You know, I think gringo for Mexicans they call Americans gringos. So we
Yeah.
just call y'all Yankees. I don't know where that derived from. I don't know why we call y'all that.
So would you rather marry a homeless person or a Mexican?
I'm Mexican. I'm just so confused. What's the situation? Why is there two? Like a homeless and a Mexican, they're not comparable.
Have you been with either or?
No.
So you don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Are y'all equating that Mexicans are homeless or something?
Not at all. No, not at all. So so to your panel, right? Because a lot of people do want to hear more from you. I'm pretty sure you're gonna start your own thing, right? What is your overall message to yes, you are. Yes, you are. Right. So
Lapeef has asked me multiple times to do my own show. I don't want to do my own show. Like, listen, YouTube, this is new to me. Like, I like being on the panel of people, having the conversations flowing. I don't want my own
but
show.
there's
Maybe
someone
because
on
I
there
don't
you
like,
want to slap.
oh yeah. I want to be cut. I want to slap some common sense, like guy, like what? But I don't want maybe because I don't really like attention like that. Like so, I don't want my own show because you know why I think about that. Jared's like, you need your own show. Come on Sundays. It's because I don't want to have to be like, okay, I have to be on this show this day. I'm spontaneous. If I want to travel, then I got to travel with this stuff, and then I have to be on the air, and it's too much obligation to have your own show. Like I have to be that's one thing I don't
But I think you should do a show at least once a month, right? Because what's happening is that a lot of people that what's happening, especially on that show, is very rare. We get to hear someone that we want to hear from,
Mm-hmm.
right? So once people start hearing, for a person want to hear from, people want to hear your voice. People want to hear your thought process and what you feel, because sometimes you're making that face. Did your favorite face?
Remember like I be like, what? Like I be thinking, I be like, y'all, I can't hide my face because I be like, wait, did they just say that? And then I repeat in their head what they just said. I'm like, okay, she tripping, he's tripping. Like I'm like, no, I can't believe y'all listen to this shit. Like that just be going in my head.
So, in general, there's a lot of people, but name one person who's the closest to you.
Nobody. I don't know them like that.
No, mom, brother.
Oh! I thought you meant on the show.
No. Yeah.
Who I'm the closest with? Ooh, my nieces. I love my nieces.
Okay, let's take one of them. Okay. God forbid they die today. God forbid, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing you would regret you didn't do or say with them?
I would say spend more time with them. Like they're babies. They're 3-year-old, 3 and 2. So of course, if God forbid if something happens with any and everybody, it's time. We would want time to be with them on their last moment. I think just with anybody in general.
Would you rather have love or respect?
With a man,
Yeah, with a man.
I would say respect. Because what I've heard, a man can cheat on you and still love you. Like that don't make no to me that doesn't make no sense. But I've heard that multiple times. But I feel like if a man respects you, he would not do stuff to hurt you or do stuff that he wouldn't want done to you. So I definitely wouldn't want respect and loyalty before love.
Okay, so we're gonna start some BS right now. Okay, I'm gonna put up a
You said
slideshow, some BS.
oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up some pictures, slideshow. We'll run through them. You just tell me what you think about them real quick, okay?
Okay, this is some psychology shit going on.
Oh yeah, you know it. When you see this, The Godfather, right? The Godfather, the man that we all look up to. When you see him do this, what does that mean?
Didn't Hitler do a move like that?
I can't do it on here. I'll probably be banned. Something
Oh,
similar, but that's
I
saluting. He salutes you.
oh, I mean, I don't know too much about Kevin Samuels like that. I mean, maybe
All
he
right, let me
thinks
let me let
he
me remove you. All right, you gotta go. No, I'm joking.
I think he maybe thinks, if someone salutes you, that's respect. That's a respect
Hell
sign,
no.
though.
In this case, it's the
It's not?
opposite. No, he
Oh, what does
plays
it
a
mean?
song like your dad, buy a dog, die alone. I'm probably gonna send you a little clip so you can see
Yeah.
what it
Send me
means,
that so I
bro.
can understand before you call
So
a guy
yeah, so
ugly.
this says before you call a guy ugly, remember that 95% of your beauty can be removed with a wet wipe. Is that true? Not for you, but in general.
Listen, to some women that's true. To me, it's not true because I still look cute under the makeup. But that's true because I've seen some before and at makeup. Makeup does wonders. Like,
Yeah.
men, I feel like in 10, 20 years, men are gonna start wearing makeup too. So I mean, they already got the hair transplant. So men, get your shade.
Who is this?
I don't know who's that.
Who's out and left?
That's that girl
K
on.
Michelle.
That's her on the right.
That's her in
That's
the yep.
her. Wait,
Before and after.
is that her on the right side too?
Yeah.
Now
I think
she
it's
changed
it's
colors.
it's sad that people don't love themselves. This is not love, you know. Um, but
Except for
you
her
know what they
looking
say,
better
right?
too. But you know what? I don't want to make it seem it's only black women that does this. White women do it too. They put the little Botox in their lips
We
and
ain't white,
fillers.
but they're married though.
True. True. Not all white women are married, but white women wear hair extensions. But you know what? Hurry, get 100 feet on.
What do you think about this, right? The pop on veneers.
Shoot, I didn't even read that part. Pop on.
Yeah,
I mean,
you could just click it
dang,
right
I
on.
gotta ask men if they teeth real. Golly. Now, how am I supposed to How am I supposed to test that? Like, if a man's teeth is gonna come on or off,
You
like
gotta go
I
like
gotta
this.
watch.
Hey, you gotta say, look up, bow.
Oh my gosh, it's today. It's some.
All right. So
I don't need a
this one
man.
reads right.
I don't.
I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I don't want to be a man.
Hmm.
What do you think?
This is today's society. We have women that are projecting on in their life, and their kids are going to turn out the same way. That's why the generation's so effed up. We also have adults that are not adults that are still children, and it's hard. These children are raising children, so I honestly don't really see the generation getting better because we have nothing in line. Everything's getting worse. We have these parents are letting their kids transform into different genders in middle school. So I honestly don't. It's horrible to see this. I don't need a man. You need a man because what about them kids? Them kids need a man in their life. You can't be. I hate when mothers like I could be the man. No, you can't. You're not a man. I hate when women say that.
Yeah, I have so many memes lined. I have a lot of memes lined up for Father's Day. The woman that I do spend all day, 24 hours searching for women that put their father on Father's Day, and I got some stuff to send them. But I think it is sad, most single households, um, you hear a lot about men ain't shit, the man ain't, and I think it's really unfortunate on both ends for the man that the black dude in the back that's sneaking out. I think it's really unfortunate. But guess what,
Yeah.
brother? The guy back there, she gonna get you. Child support file, even child support file you to DR now.
What?
You ain't going nowhere.
The thing is, I hate when women say, "Oh, that man ain't shit." Well, you thought he was the shit when he was dicking you down. So,
Yeah.
so it's just this generation.
Let's see. So this one says, I'm gonna read the one on the left, you read the one on the right. It says, he's not the toxic one. You are.
Shuffle them motherfuckers again. And this is why I said this on the last show. When do not vent to your friends, right? If you're going through a situation, you need to handle the situation with your man. Stop venting to them bitter friends or them friends that don't know you or him. So I agree with that. Stop venting to outside source. He says shuffle them people again. That's crazy.
This is something I'm curious about, right? Why wouldn't a female spend the night? They phone never ring.
Do not disturb, baby.
But why? Why?
why do I want this buzzing? So I honestly, I had my phone every night on do not disturb, and I'm here solo dolo, right?
All right. So,
Um,
hey, you out there that's with her, this is for you, brother. I'm doing this
no,
for
no, no.
you.
I got 3 people on my favorites list. 1, because I have clients hitting my phone. I don't want Instagram going off. I don't want text messages. I have group chats. My messages have gone to 1,000 last week. So I don't want to hear the continuous buzzing, right? So that's why I have my phone on do not disturb. Like I don't want to hear that, especially I'm gonna wake up.
Funny, I don't see anyone wearing the Build Back Better hats, like the
I
MAGA
don't get
hats
this
with
one.
Trump. Why you don't see no one wearing that?
Funny, I don't see anyone wearing Build Back Better hats. Oh, the hats. Oh, I don't know.
For Joe Biden?
The
Where's all
Joe
those
Biden thing,
voters? Where's all those people that voted for him? They quiet, right? Okay.
because Joe Biden ain't doing nothing.
So, if a man proposed to a woman, a woman, and she says no, is the relationship over?
Oh, I've asked this. Ooh. At one point, I think Lil Peep show, I answered. I said no. There's so many situations. I don't like to answer. I say no.
That's
It really depends. Because you know why? I've seen relationships continue on after a woman says no. So that's why I said no.
all right. I can't get mad that you.
If your girl said no, you just said you was gonna pay her. If she said no and she said she needed to work on herself more, would you end it with her?
She needs to work on herself more. I mean, I was joking, right? But no, no reality. If I propose to her and she says no, that's probably a big relief for me. You know, like, oh God, I was
But she still wanted she still wanted y'all to be in
fuck
a
out of here.
relationship. She said,
If I got it, if I got it, if I got it.
but
Nope.
you would rather go
Peace.
out in them streets. You see what it is ghetto out
Peace.
there. Oh man, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You acting real
Shit.
tough right now.
Oh no, you don't know me. I'm
I'm
just
just
shit.
playing.
She knows. No, but I mean, if I manage to, I don't know where I'm gonna get the money from when I'm robbing someone. If I manage to get all the money, buy the ring, and I propose to you, and you say no, well, the thing I don't understand about proposing, why would I propose to a woman and beg her to, hey, let me spend the rest of my resources on you for rest of your life? Can I take care of you for the rest?
I don't know. It happens. It happens, and they
You know what
work
I mean?
things out.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Can you read this for me, please? Because I can't see.
Fake butts, fake hair, fake titties, fake eyebrows, fake lashes, fake eyes, fake friends, fake nails, but want a real man. He's married to that girl that's a model that has fake
That's all
hair,
those things.
fake lashes, that has fake eyes. So, sometimes hurt men say things. But what's a real man though? Because are men real men nowadays?
A real man. I mean, definitely not these ones that's getting these chicks pregnant. No, man, a lot of f boys. But listen, Q, I highly appreciate you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
I know your time is
Thank
very
you.
limited.